Ooh. Hold on, wait. What are these people arguing about? Okay. If she loses, will she have to pay your lawyer expenses? Probably not. But it depends on how much we can push for. What did we read last? Jesus Christ, bro. My God. Oh, okay. We had Andy B come through with the big memes here. What was this response to? Oh, them trying to get permission to submit their USB audio files. Thank God for the judge to listen to. Okay, paperless order granting 147. Motion for leave to file amendment to supporting declaration and opposition motion to dismiss. Upon review of the opposed motion, the court finds good cause to authorize the amendment to allow the witness to correct alleged errors in the record, which is always in the interest of justice, notwithstanding any opposition based on delay or procedural default. Oh, so this was just allowing the Jesus Pena guy to amend his expert analysis where he deletes the last two paragraphs because he says, oh, wait, I fucked up because I'm actually have no idea what I'm talking about, but okay. Moreover, the motion to dismiss has not been adjudicated and thus defendant suffers no prejudice from the requested amendment to the extent defendant wishes to supplement his reply to address what are perceived changes in the witness's substantive testimony. Defendant is granted leave to do so. A 5-page reply may be filed by November 15th, 2025. That may also attach any supplemental materials in support of the motion to dismiss that are pertinent to the amendment. The amendment attached to the motion shall be considered part of the record in opposition to the pending motion to dismiss. Okay. I don't know if we'll reply to this or not. I don't remember if we're supposed to or not. Or if, I don't know if we do more stuff to reply to his amended things. I'm not sure. Okay, order granting 145 motion for issuance of letters rogatory with attached letters for clerk executions. I remember. Okay, letters rogatory I think is when you write some. Is that like just issuing a subpoena or asking somebody to answer questions? I think. So this is for Melina. This Mater. Just kidding. I love everybody. So this is basically just giving them a permission, I think, to shoot the letter to Sweden, I guess. Although I have no idea that I think we didn't oppose this, if for no other reason, because it's I mean technically they have the right to depose anybody that they think could be related to this. However, the I don't know if Sweden will cooperate or if they have to, and I don't think they have the time to pursue this back and forth. This is really late. The only thing that the only thing I'm worried about for this is as long as they don't get discovery extended, because I feel like they're trying to do whatever they can to like push the discovery stuff out so they can push the court date out so they can just push everything like just to make this last as long as possible. Hopefully not, but appendix. This is the letter they want to send. Not to mention she was your wife, so she can just refuse, right? Yes, actually. I believe that communication between married people, I think, is considered privileged, so they don't really have a right to pierce that. Was this a big surprise for you and your lawyers or expected? No, it's expected. If somebody's making a request like this, especially if you don't oppose it, there's no real reason for the judge to say no. They just have to be able to show that it's, I think, like in any way related to the case. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about, I just don't want anything to be delayed. Just so we understand, they can't compel Mel to do anything right. They just sent a letter to Swedish court saying, would you be cool if you can help out here? No. Well, it depends on how the Swedish courts work. I don't think Sweden has very broad discovery allowances, though. I think in the United States it's pretty broad. So Sweden could say, fuck you. If she refuses to testify, if she's compelled by a subpoena, then they would have to get an order to compel through the Swedish courts. They would have to get like local counsel in Sweden, I think. It would just be a clusterfuck. But that it could be that that's their goal. It's hard to imagine because now I just have to think like obviously they don't care about winning the case. They don't care about any of that. So I'm just trying to think of how, because my guess is if Melina and Pixie were talking originally, which I think they were, and now they're not, and now they have to file a subpoena instead of just getting an affidavit or a declaration from Melina, then it's because Melina probably doesn't want anything to do with this. And I can't imagine that she'd be happy that her full fucking name is being smeared all over all of this shit. I don't know why they couldn't file this under seal. Well, I do know it's because Pixie is a disgusting piece of shit who literally doesn't give a fuck about anybody else involved in this except for herself, which she's proven over and over and over again. Somebody said that, does Melina hate you? Or are you worried about her being spite driven? I don't know. I have no idea what Melina thinks about me now. But I think that even if Melina did hate me, my feeling is that she just doesn't have anything to do with any of this. She probably just wants to move on and be just done with all of this. So the idea that Pixie's trying to drag her, out there, or I guess they would have to fly there to take her deposition. It was just retarded. It's stupid. Maybe I'm a legal retard, but do they have to prove some relevance for issuing these, in my opinion, overly burdensome subpoenas? Well, the standard for just issuing them is very, 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 very low. Now, the other side could contest it, and then they would have to go back and forth on that, but... Her address is in there too. Oh, well, that's even more cringe. I don't know where it is. I don't really want to. Oh, fuck. Just kidding. Not there. Documents or other property to be produced. I don't even know what they would go over. Well, I don't know why I asked that question. They don't care. They're just memeing, yeah. I wonder how much this costs. Do you still talk to her, Melina? No. The requesting party agrees to pay any reasonable costs incurred in executing this request, including translation and transcription fees. I wonder how much they're paying for this. Jesus. How long has this lawsuit been going on for? Since January 20th? Is that when they filed? Or was it February 20th? Even if she just testifies in their spousal privilege, if she invoked it, yeah. But I mean, if she hates me, she could just say, well, no, fuck you, I'm just going to testify. But the thing is I don't understand, if she was going to do that, then I don't know why they would need to subpoena her, She could just talk to them for free. She doesn't have, a subpoena is to compel somebody because they're not willing to cooperate otherwise, Topics about which plaintiff's counsel seeks to examine witness. Background information on Melina, relationship with me. Explicit materials involving plaintiff. Possession, receipt, interviewing, communications regarding explicit involving social media activity. Knowledge of plaintiff's communication pertaining to issues of consent and privacy. Okay, based. Knowledge of explicit materials involving the witness. Communications regarding explicit materials involving the witness for Melina. Okay. And then involving other witnesses. So I guess this would just be... But everybody else, I think, has also explicitly said, I could always share stuff with Melina. So I don't even know what this would be related to. I think even in the I don't know what name they filed it under, but in the redacted one with the other person, they even explicitly say that. So okay, documents to be produced by the witness. You and yours shall refer to Mel. Her attorney said, action shall mean blah blah blah. Plaintiff, defendant. Could she get in trouble if she travels to the U.S. and doesn't respond to the subpoena? Nah, it would have to be like a criminal filing or something. Document request. Produce all non-privileged communications between you and defendant that refer or relate to plaintiff from January 1st, 2020 through the present. That's going to be hard because I think me and Melina have wiped all of our logs with each other like a year or two ago. Good luck. Produce all communications to which you were a party that refer or relate to plaintiff. Produce all communications to which you were a party that refer or relate to explicit material involving plaintiff, to which you were a party that refer or relate to the leaked material from November 15th, 2024 to the present. Produce all communications to you and defendant related. And the issue of consent and disclosure from January 1st, 2020 through, oh, that's it. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I don't know. Well, good luck. They want to set up the Cope spin when Melina doesn't answer and they lose the case. If only she testified. That's going to be done on Twitch. Oh, maybe. People were talking about this on the subreddit. For what? Hold on. Subpoena law in Europe differs from U.S. law, as a foreign subpoena has no automatic legal force. Sure, I wouldn't be surprised if she just doesn't respond. But also, I don't know. Who knows? Melina's middle name is Chatterina, which will likely help him at trial. Base, true. Shouldn't some form of marital privilege apply? Yeah, I already said that. Technically, spousal privilege means she could invoke that. Wait, what? Okay. Even for an ex? What do you mean even for an ex? We were married at the time. So the communications are privileged. My communications with my lawyer are privileged. It doesn't matter once I drop my lawyer, once the case is over, that doesn't mean you can then go back and get all those conversations. They were privileged at the time, yeah. Isn't it odd that Juice Stalker talked about this case every day on a stream, but now that things aren't swinging Pixie's ways, only had one stream on it the past month? Nope, that's not odd at all. Okay. Wait, is there even anything here worth reading? Oh, yeah, these were good copes. Can you review the transcript, please? Why? There seem to be no new facts added to the case. Feel free to lay out any new legal facts you felt it revealed. I think it's incredibly obvious why you stopped, or why all of a sudden you stopped milking your content cow. Isn't it just content for you? You're not retarded. You know you'd get good viewership. Pretty clear there's another reason. I'm not covering it because it's not interesting to me or my live stream audience if it's not moving the case forward. That's an insanely stupid thing to say because her loss on the preliminary injunction was the most that the judge has written so far about the case, and the hearing was concerning the preliminary injunction. So the hearing probably contains the most substance of anything that's been filed because it's me and Pixie talking at length and answering questions under oath. But good memes. And they also constantly talk about me and obsess over me in his Discord too, so. Okay. expediting response to 163 motion protective order and staying depositions upon review of the motion. Oh, so this is the big memer. So after they no-showed for their deposition, then we filed basically to say, well, I shouldn't have to go to mine. And what the fuck? Why didn't they show up for theirs? So the paperless order expediting response to the motion for protective order and staying depositions. So upon review of our motion, the court finds good cause to expedite a response from plaintiff, meaning I think they need to respond pretty soon. I don't know if what this means for timeline. Oh, it says here. Oh, within 6 days. 7 days from the filing, I guess. The response should address why a timely motion for protective order was not filed when knowledge of a dispute materialized, meaning they knew that they weren't going to be able to show up for the deposition. They knew that their deposition was noticed, filed with the court, and they didn't file anything. So they need to say, so Pixie's lawyers now need to explain, why didn't you file for a protective order on this? Why shouldn't sanctions be applied to you under Rule 37? Or alternatively, why good cause exists nunc pro tunc to excuse plaintiff's non-attendance at her deposition. What the fuck is this? Now for then. Used when a court makes an order of judgment effective as of a past date. It's a way to correct errors or omissions in the record. Okay. Why sanctions should not be entered under Rule 37, or alternatively, why good cause exists now, that I guess to explain back then, to excuse plaintiff's non-attendance at her deposition, including sworn evidence from plaintiff justifying her unavailability. Additionally, the deposition of defendant for me, for today, is stayed, meaning that that's put on hold, pending resolution of this motion. Is there any realistic excuse for them? Like, even if Jane was in a life or death situation, her lawyer should still be... Yeah, no, they should be able to. Well, the thing is, it wasn't even that. They knew that. So, I don't know how they're going to respond to this. And I like the kind of the scary thing for this, I would imagine, is that in our motion, I think we request payment for this, which would either would be levied against Pixie or would be levied against her law firm. Because we're asking for, I think, about $10,000 in sanctions here for them basically just, flagrantly violating the rules of the court. Bonell has incurred attorney's fees and costs in excess of $10,875 in connection with plaintiff's failure to appear for deposition and having to file the instant motion and supporting documents. Bonell respectfully requests that the court issue sanctions against plaintiff for her misuse of the discovery process. So I don't know how they escape that, but who knows? I don't know how common it is that a judge would just let somebody slide on something like this. I'm not sure. Let's see. Paperless order granting 150 motion for leave to file. What was 150? Plaintiff's motion for to allow them to file the USB sticks for the incredibly important audio in the form of 2 audio files to be submitted conventionally via USB drive. The clerk of court is directed to accept submission of the USB drive and deliver the materials to chambers. Plaintiff's reply to 162 response / reply, 160 notice of 90 days expiring and supplemental evidence by Jane Doe. Uh-oh. Do we know what the audio is about? Yeah, the audio is me on Food Shop stream. I'm basically talking about how I'm trying to make this discovery stuff look presentable, because I think I have the logs that Discord sends you, like when you make a data request, are just, I believe it's just your messages. It doesn't include the other side. And then the logs from that, if I use Discord chat exporter on a on Discord, then it's just their side, right? If I already deleted all my messages with them, so it was just me putting them together. But they're trying to make it sound like, as I'm talking about figuring out how to mesh these 2 different files so that it's readable, they're trying to make it sound like I'm fabricating evidence. It's fucking retarded. It's just stupid. It's just desperate attempts to, even if they manage to discredit all of my evidence, okay, fine, wow, you've discredited all mine, where's yours? They have nothing. So it's just a waste of time on everything. But it's also the reason why they're doing it is because they're getting their arguments from Kiwi Farms, and a lot of the Kiwi Farms people are kind of a little bit tech irrelevant, so they don't, or ignorant, so they don't really know what they're saying either. Plaintiff Jane Doe, by and through undersigned counsel, submits this reply in further support of her notice of Local Rule 7.1b4, expirations and supplemental evidence, in further support of motion for protective order governing public commentary. Oh, this was the gag order that they wanted, but it expired and they didn't get it, so. And in response to defendant's opposition, and respectfully states as follows. Defendant's opposition offers no valid basis to deny plaintiff's notice. What is most striking, however, is not what defendant argues, but what he fails to address. The opposition entirely ignores the serious and substantiated allegations of defendant's ongoing and recent misconduct and his disregard for this court's authority. The court has not ruled on a gag order or anything for me, so I don't know what she's talking about there. Defendant has blatantly violated the court's protective order, ECF number 7. No. By publicly disclosing the legal name of plaintiff's family member. This plaintiff's family members or anything. I'm not allowed to say to the media what plaintiff's name is. That's it. That's the only thing that's in that initial number 7 protective order. And then stuff that's filed with the court has to be filed under seal. Has Noel commented on this at all outside of the court order issue? Kind of. The problem is the people in my thread have become such cows and they're so detached from reality that like Noel can't go in there and talk to them because they're retarded. They're like, even if you don't like me, the people in my Kiwis thread are actually fucking retarded. They're on the like an illegal amount of copium. Like it's so bad that I think Noel locked my thread last night because he was so fucking tired of arguing with them, which I don't know how often he does, but because every time Noel would post in there, all of my schizos, who it literally might just be Blab on 7 accounts, I'm not actually sure, they would just say that Noel is fucking retarded and Noel doesn't know what he's talking about and his lawyer is an Indian. I don't know where they get this obsessive theory that all my fans are Indians or something. But then I think Noel locked the thread. Calm down time, and now the thread is locked until he's, I don't know. Oh, and then a lot of them are also mad because I think one of the points that Noel was bringing up was Noel was like, if you want the media to take down Destiny, then you can't call him the raped one who deserved to be raped as a child every other post. You understand that this makes you guys look crazy, right? And then, they're always like, oh, so we can't call him a pedophile anymore. Oh, Nola's protecting a baby. So they're just like, oh, yeah, it's just, it's just, they're wild, whatever. Good memes. Jesus. Rather than confronting his own misconduct, defendant attempts to divert attention through immaterial procedural arguments that lack any merit. Moreover, with complete impunity, and since the filing of the notice, the defendant has doubled down on his public harassment of plaintiff and disclosure of identifying information. The undisputed evidence underscores that a protective order governing defendant's reply or public commentary remains both critical and urgent to prevent further and potentially more severe harm to plaintiff. Demonstrating his complete impunity and utter disregard for the integrity of these proceedings and the court's authority, on November 4th, 2025, the defendant again publicly posted identifying information about plaintiff's spouse. See Declaration of Joan S. Peters, Exhibit A here too. It is more than apparent that defendant's incorrigible behavior, motivated by retaliation and condoned by his counsel, will not stop without the intervention of the court and sanctions. Defendant's assertion that plaintiff's 90-day notice is procedurally improper is without merit. Local Rule 7.1 subsection B4b merely provides that when a motion has been pending for more than 90 days, the movant shall promptly file and serve a notice of that fact. The rule neither sets a rigid deadline nor limits the court's ability to consider supplemental materials related to an unresolved motion. So this is one of the only times where I've read this, and I actually kind of feel bad a little bit for Joan. There was this very brief gap in time in U.S. medical history where we had the ability to save people with certain types of brain trauma, but we didn't have the ability to cure their ailment such that it didn't leave them with lasting effects. And the best example of this, there's this guy with is it the 7-second memory guy? So he'll forget things. You can tell him things, and then after about 10 seconds, he forgets what was told to him. This is kind of sad. It's pretty tragic watching this. And I've noticed a lot for Joan that it seems like when she's read about 7 to 10 words, she just forgets what else is in the sentence. I don't know why. So we can look up the local rules for Florida. The Southern District of Florida is where we're filed in. And we can look up local rule 7.1 B4B. Okay, well, let's go. Scroll down. 7.1 B4B. Hearings. With respect to any motion or other matter as to which the court has conducted a hearing but has not entered an order or otherwise determined the motion or matter within 90 days of the hearing, the movant or applicant, whether party or non-party, shall file and serve on all parties and any affected non-parties within 14 days thereafter a notification of 90 days expiring, which shall contain the following information. I don't know how she just can't read, because Andy put this in his his papers. So plaintiff's 90-day notice, it has to happen within 14 days of the 90-day expiration. Like it's literally written in here. I don't know if Joan is perhaps using ChatGPT to go through these things. I would be surprised if ChatGPT wasn't able to read the full sentence, but they're 45 days late on this. So your reply is your what would you call this? Your 90-day notice or whatever is late. Did they do it within 14 days? No, they did it. It was 45 days late. But she's trying to say that like, oh no, there is no 14-day limit. You're just imagining that. You're imagining the 14-day limit. Defendant's assertion that plaintiff's 90-day notice is procedurally improper is without merit. The local rule merely provides that when a motion has been pending for more than 90 days, the movant shall promptly file and serve a notice of that fact. The rule neither sets a rigid deadline nor limits the court's ability to consider supplemental materials related to an unresolved motion. But it clearly says here that you have 14 days to do it. Or maybe, I wonder if she's quoting from a different part. Maybe I missed it? Hold on. Wait, is there no quote here? If I can't find this quote in the local rules book. Wait, what the fuck? That would, because that is one thing that ChatGPT does, is it like makes up quotes sometimes, or it used to. I don't know if it still does it. Wait, can somebody where does this quote come from? We're in the Southern District of Florida, right? Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong. This is the 2020 version. Is there an updated 2024 revised version? Local rules, Southern District of Florida. Red line version, effective December 2nd, 2024. Okay. Effective 20, okay. Maybe the 2024 rules, maybe they're different. Let's check. (7.1) B4B. Any motion in a civil case or any post-conviction motion on a criminal case as to which the court has conducted a hearing but has not entered an order or otherwise determined the motion or matter within 90 days of the hearing, the movant, whether party or non-party, shall file and serve on all parties and any affected non-parties within 14 days thereafter a notice of 90 days expiring. So this also has the 14 days thing. So I don't know where she's getting this, that there is no time limit. I want to know where this quote comes from, though. I feel like sometimes Joan will put in quotes, but there's no source. Is this standard? I feel like generally in legal writings, when you have a quote, it has to be a reference. Like, who are you quoting here? Are you quoting the local rules? Because I don't see it in the local rules. search the KF thread. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that on stream. Sometimes they'll delete stuff if they know that they're fucking over Pixie's thing. Check the Florida state rules of civil procedure. There should be a similar rule there that you might be citing incorrectly. Florida state civil procedure rules. Well, it's not going to be like the same, like chapter, like 7.1 or whatever, right? Florida rules of court procedure. Rules of civil procedure. Jesus Christ. Like it's not going to be 7.1, will it? No. Okay. I don't see anything. Wait, where the fuck is this quote coming from? Wait, what the fuck? What if Joan isn't even real? What if she's just AI? Ooh, wait. Seltzer and Fire beat Trump in court over the poll lawsuit. I'll click that. Did you try copy pasting the code directly to Google? Yeah, and nothing comes up. But my assumption would be, she didn't like put a citation, but my assumption would be that it comes from the current local rule, the rules of civil procedure, the federal book, because of the 7.1. This is the federal citation for this. But this quote doesn't exist anywhere. So I don't know where the fuck this quote comes from. Wait, what the fuck is this? 2.516. I don't know what the fuck. Movement shall probably file and serve a notice of that fact. The movement shall promptly serve a copy of this motion as subject. Actually, yeah, and wait. What the fuck is this quote even doing? The movement shall promptly file and serve a notice of that fact. This is even like a quote that says anything. There's not even any like thing. What would you call it? I don't know what you would call this. Where are my college writers? Like, imagine if I quoted a book. Imagine if I quoted like Mein Kampf, and I was writing something, and the quote and like imagine that I'm quoting Hitler, okay? And I said, Hitler believed in creating living space for all Germans that were currently in the world outside of the, that were currently in the world outside of the country of Germany. I don't know what fucking this is. He loved the German people and desired to expand the borders of the country. Like, if I were to put like of the country in quotes here, this is like not, it's like a, like there are things that you could quote that would be relevant to the subject matter of the statement and would be important coming from Hitler. So like living space for all Germans would be a good thing to quote directly from him, right? Or maybe like in the world outside of the country or the borders of Germany, right? Or maybe like loved the German people. Okay, maybe. But like of the country, well, what does of the country mean? Like what? Like the subject matter here is like, well, does local rule 7.1 subsection B4B, does this allow you to file anytime after 90 days? We don't know. And the only part that they quote, and I don't know where this will come from, is the movement shall promptly file and serve a notice of that fact. I don't know what the fuck that means. And I don't know where it's being quoted from. I don't know. Okay, sorry. I just know way too long on this. It's fucking retarded. I'm just curious if they are using ChatGPT for their filings now. Because sometimes they put stuff. Where does this come from? Plaintiff's October 30th, 2025 filing complied fully with the rule's purpose to notify the court that her motion for protective order governing public commentary has remained pending for more than 90 days. The rule, though, says it has to be filed within 14 days after the 90 days. I don't know why she's just not reading that. Moreover, defendant's assertion that plaintiff failed to provide Rule 7.1b4b's requisite information is outright false. See Notice 1, procedural posture with requisite details. The filing was not an improper surreply, but notice of post-briefing conduct. Defendant mischaracterized plaintiff's notice as an unauthorized surreply. Plaintiff did not re-argue a prior briefing. She brought forward new evidence of post-briefing conduct, including defendant's recent online harassment disclosures, plaintiff's spouse's identity, and private imagery that occurred months after briefing closed. Such evidence is inherently outside the scope of the original motion papers and therefore cannot be precluded as an unauthorized surreply. But then wouldn't you just file a new motion instead of just filing a reply to the last one? Would be my guess, but I don't know. Defendant's recent conduct confirms the need for protective relief. Defendant's own counsel's letter concedes the defendant publicly posted the legal name of plaintiff's spouse as well as false, unsupported accusations of green card marriage fraud. That has nothing to do with this case. They want to. It's like the actual like peak of the optics frogs who are like, I want to take you to court over every single thing you tweet. Like, bruh, are you okay? Defendant's disclosure violates both the spirit and letter of the court's protective order. That order prohibits any dissemination of personally identifying information relating to plaintiff or her family. Like, I would argue that there is a world where she's correct on this, but that world is not the same world where plaintiff posts on her own public social media that she's suing me. These worlds are mutually exclusive. Defendant's conduct, independently unmasking a non-party spouse and what do you mean unmasking? She's a person who has an Instagram account and accounts that are literally in her name. Am I not allowed to talk about Lauren Hayden either? Is that off limits? Jesus. And publicizing her identity and likeness squarely violates that restriction and reignites precisely the harm the protective order sought to prevent. It also reignites... No. You're trying to say that the protective order that the court allows her to proceed under pseudonym is a gag order on me being able to talk about anything for anybody. It also reignites the critical need for the requested protective order governing public commentary. Plaintiff's counsel's declaration further establishes that these disclosures triggered renewed online harassment and doxing directed at plaintiff and her spouse. Defendant's dismissive attitude towards these consequences only underscores the need for judicial intervention. The court is not here to help you with online harassment. That's not the point of this. Defendant's response again relies on the argument that plaintiff's benign and limited public commentary. Some benign and limited? That she called me a fucking manipulator, basically like e-rapist? What? Somehow excuses defendant's egregious conduct. That argument is unsupported and immaterial. There is no evidence the plaintiff has publicly harassed or threatened defendant or his witnesses or violated any protective order. The protective order, ECF number 7, and pending motion for protective order address the party's duty to refrain from targeted, identifying disclosures and from harassing, threatening commentary, not plaintiff's right to seek redress or speak generally about her experience. Okay. Like, I'm asking for this, and I know that they can't support this because they'll never do it. It's like, show me a case where a protective order has been filed for somebody to proceed as a Jane Doe who then logs into her public social media accounts to constantly talk about the case. Like, where does this happen? Have you actually broken the protective order terms? No, of course not. But it's like, it's in a weird world because like, it seems like I could be kind of breaking the protective order terms, but that's because she's weaponizing the protective order in bad faith. Generally, if you proceed in a John Doe or Jane Doe case, it's because you don't want your identity to be known to the public because there might be embarrassment, humiliation, there might be a variety of reasons, but you don't want your identity to be known. Pixie is just using it to protect her real name, not her identity. Her identity is already out there in terms of like she's Pixie or Pixie Love. She's on her Instagram. She's on her Twitter. She's on her YouTube. You know what she looks like. She posts videos of herself, and all of that is associated with this court case. She just wants to not have her name out there. That's an abuse of the protective order. This protective order is supposed to protect or shield the identity from public embarrassment, harassment, whatever. But she, on her own social media account, she still has her GoFundMe linked, support for this court case. She just doesn't want her name posted. It's retarded. So it's an abuse of. It's not what the protective order is designed for. And you won't find any other cases where somebody uses a protective order like this. It's very, very, very fucking weird. Plaintiff has never disclosed her spouse's legal name or published personal imagery of her spouse. I mean, wasn't it literally on their Instagram? Or I guess you could argue that the defendant didn't post it, but also, isn't that really weird to have in a court filing that I've never in my entire life posted anything publicly of me marrying my spouse? The main point is obviously to stop you talking about it. Yeah, the point is she tried to weaponize the protective order because she thinks that like all of this is hilarious and funny, I guess, to try to use it as like a gag order on me or to get sanctions from me constantly because they have no legitimate case otherwise. Fuck. Somebody posted. I thought I had images earlier of this summer. I don't know. But yeah, they had like they posted images of them in the wedding venue and them together in wedding dresses. So like pretty sure there was a recent group pic of those two with Lauren because Lauren is driving so much of this, okay? Ask me once this court case is over. You won't believe it. Trust me, you won't. Destiny question. If you aren't allowed to say her name, shouldn't you not be able to identify her identity in other ways? Like if you said this person, who is the only daughter of X and Y, that would clearly go against the intent of the order. Wouldn't posting her spouse's name do the same thing? Yes, there's a world where I would agree with you, yes. But the issue is that she's already made her identity and participation in the case known. That's the confounding thing, right? So like, so like this is what they're saying basically. Let's say that Pixie joins, or let's say that Pixie starts a PAC, okay? And let's say that Pixie's PAC, she advertises it on her social media. She says, hey guys, here's my new PAC, and I'm the head of this PAC, and donate to me, and we're gonna go fight against whatever. And let's say that her real name is part of the PAC, because it's in the filings over. And I say, wow, you're literally, and I tweet out, you're fucking suing me for all this bullshit and wasting all my money and all these fees, and now you're asking for donations for your PAC. They could file something and go, defendant knowingly publicized that I am part of this PAC and my full real name is easily accessible to anybody. It's like, well, wait, what the fuck? But you're already publicly part of all this. It's like the reason why it's such a mind fuck is because she's like nobody that files a Doe case is making a public Substack and then posting on all their social media just using an what's the word I'm looking for? Not acronym. Pseudonym, using a pseudonym or whatever, not even a pseudonym, using an online identifier for who they are. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. Yeah. My expectation would be that you would be bound to follow the order regardless of the idiocy of the plaintiff. Well, sure, but I mean, like by the order itself, I'm not violating anything. I can't release the plaintiff's name to the media, and I can't I can't release the plaintiff's name to the media, and I can't file anything with the court that's not under seal that exposes like personal information that comes out relating to the case. However, like if you were to say, wait, hold on. The court did grant her protection order after already reviewing the facts you have given about Doe posting. Are you talking about the item docket 7? The docket 7 item is like the super standard protective order that's basically always granted in Cardi cases to go forward. It's baked into the federal statute that you have the right to proceed as a Jane Doe. Like, it's basically always going to be granted. But once you start making public commentary of all of this, public commentary of which the judge has cited as harming her preliminary injunction, then it gets very weird in terms of how the protective order should be enforced. Wouldn't it be more that she doesn't want her name to be associated with the case, but doesn't mind being public otherwise? Yeah, but that's called an abuse of a protective order. You're not supposed to... Or wait. The only way that would make sense is if she didn't publicize it on her social media. She publicized the case and everything on her own socials. So it's like, yeah. Plaintiff's filing is procedurally proper, substantively relevant, and essential to a complete record on the pending motion protective order. Defendant's opposition seeks only to strike its own continuous. Okay, this is just for that. And all of this is public stuff anyway, too. It's not like I'm exposing something. Technically, I'm just linking stuff that's like all publicly available. Like all of it is like they posted photos on her Instagram where her full name was posted, her spouse or whatever, of them getting married. Like this, I mean, like I'm just literally not allowed. No, that's ridiculous. Stop. Cringe. Joan. Was she tagged in any of them? She was initially, but then she untagged. She untagged it later on after we filed our thing, I think, because it looked bad. Okay. I'm an attorney, been practicing pro VJ in the above caption action. I personally, I'm submitting this statement. Defendant posted Discord on Discord a link to a court filing in an unrelated matter that contains the legal name of plaintiff's spouse. Posted on Discord? Did I post on Discord? Is she talking about my chat? To your DGG logs? Nice. To a court filing an unrelated matter that contains the legal name of plaintiff's spouse and defendant once again identified as plaintiff's spouse. There's nothing in this court filing that in and of itself would connect it to plaintiff. But for defendant's posting of it and announcing that it pertains to plaintiff's spouse, this was not public knowledge. A marriage? That's publicly, it's a matter of public record? A marriage is not public knowledge? And they posted it on their, fuck, why do I not have this? Where did I post it? It was literally, fuck, where there are screenshots of them. They posted this on their fucking Instagram. What? It might still be on our Instagram. Oh wait, this is definitely not it. Like it's on her Instagram. She's literally posted this. This is a wedding venue, and marriage licenses are the marriage is public. Indeed, his post admits that plaintiff and her spouse don't talk about it in any of their social medias. I personally view defendant's post on Discord, and this is an accurate reflection of the post and its content. Okay, good one. They don't have to talk about it much for it to still be posted on their... It's literally on their Instagram. Good memes. Absolutely based memes. Okay. This is them filing the USB sticks. Okay. All right. Based. I think they filed it wrong. Look at 172. Yeah, apparently they fucked it up. But they do that every now and then. And I'm sure they'll remedy it.
You're so...
Stop. Oh, okay. Don't need this. Federal District Court dismisses class action suit against pollster J. Ann Seltzer. Nice. Hasan staying humble.
Say you're just some irrelevant man. You are not allowed to say you're just some irrelevant Twitch streamer anymore. I don't want to hear that shit from you from now on. Brother, I will keep saying that, okay? I'm going to keep saying that. It don't matter. It don't matter if people don't see it that way, okay? I'll keep saying it. I'll let my work speak for itself. You understand?
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, I'll stay humble.
Good job, King.
Man, you are not allowed to say you're just...
He literally got Zoran elected all on his own. Roommates say my room is sad. Holy king room. This is a king's room. Oh my god. All this vertical space saved without wasting out a stupid fucking box spring or a frame. No messy under the bed because it's literally inaccessible. Uh-oh. Is he trying to just like kill the Ender Dragon? Or?
Portal. Oh my god. I barely. You're trolling. You're trolling. You're trolling. Brother, I am fucking lost. Holy shit.
He has no idea what he's doing.
We've been in here for an hour. I'm still in range of my portal. Oh my god. How's that possible?
Greetings, men of Reddit.
Stop!
Something fucked up's happening.
Have we watched this video? Yeah, we have.
Is this a standing desk or is your camera set at a You look
Actions are found.
checked us you beating Minecraft. You need 10 more years of experience.
We'll listen to this for a little bit. Give me time to skip forward too.
Everybody, welcome to Live and Learn, the only show where 4 white men will tell you how politics work. I'm your host, the Soy Pill. With me, as always, is Hutch, Bane of Hasan, and Hair. I'm really important, TikTok debater, and spiritual Jew Pisco, the lawyer legal mindsets.
Watch this. Wait, what is this? Hold on, wait. Quick Hasan slap.
Right there, all these entrances are like, this is the house floor.
Wait.
So we're not by his office. I think we are gonna go by there.
Is
this is the house floor.
No, but like, is this where the thing happened?
Oh yeah, where they, is it? Yes. Philip knows. So Philip is our expert. He's our capital expert.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
So if you're thinking about how close they got, like For real.
Damn.
Literally, on the other side of this.
On the other side of that, there was a Secret Service guy that shot, and wow, it was right there. That's like a scene of a crime. But I guess it's the Capitol. There's a lot of crime.
I'm gonna say there's scenes of many crimes.
Epic.
Like,
All politicians are corrupt. Am I right? LOL. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Early draft trailer for the game.
How did it turn to this?
Bro, this voice acting would have been way better.
Did you kill them all?
Why didn't we?
This question, I have no answer. As I clean my blade from the blood of the innocent, I wonder, is there no one left to save? Now it all ends. Turning our back to humanity as we condemn it. This was our story, the story of how we fought, and the story of how we lost.
Wow, look at him go. Oh my god.
Tell me how this all happened.
You cannot understand.
Absolutely
not when you
epic.
abandoned us.
Oh my god. What? Where'd the sexy girls go? Oh my god.
So how this
So friggin' epic.
And today we have a special guest on, Laksha Jain. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is the political data man at the Argument Mag. Welcome, welcome.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's just jump into it. I mean, let's not waste any of our guest time. Hutch, I think it would be great if you led this part of the discussion. We're going to be talking about the polling on Mamdani, the Voting Rights Act, and the implications of it being gutted. So take it away, man.
Yeah, why don't we start with the VRA stuff? Because none of us were really qualified to opine on the potential consequences. Can you just walk us through kind of like worst case scenario, best case scenario, and sort of a spectrum in between?
Yeah, so basically the context is this, right? In the American House elections landscape, there's essentially four pillars, I would say. Number one is just like the states that have fair maps. Those are drawn by independent commissions or like a split legislature, whatever it is, but those are like pretty fair. You got Pennsylvania as one of them. Michigan's pretty fair. Washington is pretty fair as like a commission drawn map. Then there's the soft gerrymander states like California, where like the map that the commission drew in California is like a soft gerrymander. It's not really super nonpartisan when you have the Republican on the commission being a Berkeley Republican who donated to Elizabeth Warren. And then you have the Democrat gerrymandering. Okay, those are three. On the other side, there's the Republican gerrymandering. Now, the Republican gerrymandering is kept in check by the VRA, which essentially allows the Democrats, at least like a dozen seats across the South, because you can't just draw black people out of their seats and give them no representation. Like, this is not the 1960s. If the Supreme Court decides to overturn...
Somebody put a message in chat the last time we talked about gerrymandering, and it kind of fucked me up. And I feel like I know even less about gerrymandering than I thought I did. Basically, like, let's assume that a state is 60% party A, and then 40% party B, and everybody was equally distributed through the state completely. If you drew the fairest districts possible, wouldn't that mean that 100% of that state's representatives would just come from party A? Wouldn't that be a fair drawing? I actually don't know how you're supposed to draw, what even constitutes fair.
Turn the VRA, Democrats could lose about anywhere between 9 to 14 seats in the South, in theory. You're probably looking at realistically around 9 to 12. But yeah, and that essentially gives the Republicans a quote unquote leg up in discourse, so to say, and in the maps. So they would end up gaining about, after all is said and done, probably about 6 or 7 seats once you think about can Democrats counter anywhere. And then that's out to being a Republican advantage.
So that's the margin right now. I mean, that would be more than enough, right? The current margin is what, like 5, 6, 7 seats?
Yeah.
So this is hugely significant in terms of, it's about as significant as any one of these efforts that's ongoing vis-a-vis gerrymandering is the legal effort.
Yeah, exactly, right? Right now, the reason they're all fighting tooth and nail over this is because this is not the 2010s where the Republicans had a 50-seat majority. This is a place where literally the last 3 House elections were decided by a handful of seats. So 5 seats buys a lot.
There's sometimes this notion for people, which is like, and I think it's true, I think you've talked about it before, that gerrymandering can backfire. And like, so if you win a large enough margin, now the gerrymander starts to have like a negative effect, and it starts to lead to like bad results for the party that tried to gerrymander. That's not the situation, right? Where we're not talking about that kind of stuff.
No, we're not. Now, with that said, there is always practical limits to gerrymandering. People are not going to draw 38 R plus 14 seats in Texas. Because at the end of the day, shifts never happen uniformly. Incumbents are not going to accept being drawn into like a mid-tier likely Republican seat when they're really used to being in an R plus 40 seat their entire life. So they're not going to draw it in a way that would endanger them so deeply. That's the thing. Democrats right now, a lot of them are holding their hat out in the hope of, hey, well, if they draw, like an 8-0 Georgia or 14-0 Georgia's just an R plus 2 state. Good luck with them drawing like a bunch of R plus 2 seats. We'll just flip them all. And it's like, that doesn't work. They're going to draw like a 10-4 or an 11-3. They're not going to draw this.
Sorry, I might have missed what you said, but did you say that if the best case scenario for the Democrats just sort of gerrymander for as many seats as they can possibly get, you're saying that it would still net Republicans 5 to 7 seats? Is that what you said?
Yeah, thereabouts. It would net about 5 to 6 seats if we're being realistic.
Gotcha. And then in terms of like voter salience, because something just I've noticed in the polls, it just doesn't seem to motivate voters most of the time. I feel like, the issue of like the courts and sort of more technical things like gerrymandering, is this something that could run the risk of like sort of backfiring on Republicans? Could they force this into like a higher level of national salience to the extent that maybe Democrats could see a path or see a lane to run?
Okay, I'm bored. Okay. It's Darius time. 8 minute? Wait, Jesus, what was that? Hold on. Oh, they have underwear on. Wait, that's not Darius, is it? No. Where's my forward bar? Did you say 8 minutes?
Dude, I'm not
8 hours and 36 minutes. Oh.
I stopped being in Texas like literally like 2 weeks ago.
Completely there. Thing is, he's like crazy about getting skinny, but like so am I. So like,
if you can call Darius fat, you will never make it as his girl. Trial running out, learn fast.
I'm not gonna call him fat. I don't think he is fat. So.
If I was fat, then I would like you to call me in.
What?
If I was fat, then I would.
Let me out.
I don't think you are fat.
Who would you consider fat?
John Kirby, sorry you don't have what it takes to be a match with Darius.
I know.
If you're not willing to call the cops or shame him, you lost him.
Wait, do you consider Prawn fat?
I wouldn't consider him fat. I don't consider him in
Why don't
shape.
I lose the video control sometimes?
What about Hayden?
Okay, whatever.
I haven't seen Hayden's stomach.
Ah!
They might have found. I think Dayquil. I don't know, dude. God, dude, I'm shaking. I shouldn't be shaking because it's nothing. I'm nothing to be scared about. But like, holy shit, man.
Apparently they drove quickly past a cop.
They think we have drugs.
Uh-oh.
Because they saw a straw and they said they had white substances in it.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, bro. So they're trying to find anything. They don't know. We're in Oklahoma? What's her name lives here? One girl. Remember you drive like a sloth? I was going to speed limit because there's cops.
Australia? I never was going to Australia. Oh, I actually potentially was. Yeah.
Did we already drive past the cops here?
No,
or?
I'm not. And I'm not going to Dubai. I thought I was going to Dubai.
Fuck. Hold on.
They got canceled.
Dubai.
But I probably will go to Japan in January, so whatever.
Just come with me. Maybe what?
Do this. Why did you choose to do what you do? And he said, see. It's how is that me shit talking? Don't try.
I've never noticed your nose.
That's great, but
Wait, was it past here?
Glad I didn't get the seats cover sore.
yeah, like nose a little more.
Is he swerving? Yes, I'm so heated over fancy stuff.
At all. Second of all.
Bro, I'm not watching the 45 minutes to figure out.
It's man, like, why am I sweating so bad? I don't even know. Maybe I have a reason.
Eight hours and 36 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't have a time bar. I don't know why. When I refresh this, it goes away sometimes. 8:36. It just says check your connection. I don't know what your, am I? Fuck, anytime I switch monitors on this, my time goes away. But 8:36, this is this.
There. Fracking, dude. I don't like. You have to pee? We can stop at a gas station after. Okay.
Sometimes I gotta roll it up.
Sorry. No, I didn't know you want. I didn't know it was off limits. I apologize.
Alright, are you okay with running through some field sobriety tests? Make sure
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Am I missing parts of the interaction? Was it on another stream or something?
It's gonna be out of the car. Yeah. Okay, let me just like stretch out a little bit because like I'm a little. Like I said, after you started putting the sand on it back, I got a little shooken up, and then also the progression is.
What did he do?
In front of my car,
Yes,
if
sir.
you want to stretch or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I
that's
appreciate
fine
that.
with me.
Thank you.
Well, like you guys keep saying he was tweaking, talking to the cops, but I have no idea where it's all like out of the stream. What do you mean he was tweaking, talking to the cops? Where was he talking to the cops? It goes from him driving to the cops searching some car. Switch. Yeah, I understand you retard saying switch lane, switch lane. Where in the VOD is he getting pulled over?
What probably wants to pass you is
How is this spazzing out talking to cops? Can you just send him this video? Okay, got it. All right.
Is that another cop?
yeah, there was a few.
Fuck. Hold on. If you're being a good driver, by good I mean morally good, okay? If there are ever people pulled over on the side of the road, especially if you've got plenty of space here, then you should always switch to the other lane. Or possibly, if you can't, then just slow down, okay? Because when people are pulled over to the side, one, just if you fuck up or you swerve a little bit, you might hit somebody. And then two, sometimes people can leave the door open or they're walking out. Just even if it's not emergency vehicles, you'll see trucks do this. Like you should always just like move to the left lane. There's no reason not to. Okay, should always. In some states, I'm assuming this is true. I've never looked the laws up, but I've seen the signs posted. In some states, I think they say it's illegal to not switch lanes, especially for emergency personnel. So in some states, I think it's a law to do it, and if you don't do it, you could get a ticket just for that.
Is that another cop?
Yeah, there was a few. Something must have happened. We're about to be.
Did they turn their lights off after we passed? Just got pulled me over. Just got pulled me over.
No. He probably wants to pass you. Is I don't know. Is he pulling over? I mean, he's not making any sound. He might be pulling over.
Are they not pulling me over?
No, he's pulling you over. You gotta turn off stream.
Okay. So everybody said that he spazzed initially telling the cop is fucking retarded. We don't even have the video of that, so fuck you, okay?
I don't understand why I'm being arrested. I don't get it. I got kids, dude. My dogs. Okay? Good? Okay. I'm okay? Okay. Okay. I'm okay? Okay.
Okay, so they're outside of the car, I think? Okay. I'm guessing they've already come to the window and chatted with them, or?
No, I gotta run her.
Okay, that's fine.
They're gonna talk to you.
Okay. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, are we about? Okay, I'm sorry. Just my phone, my wallet. Yeah, my wallet. Nothing crazy on me. You can check through my shoes, whatever. I'm not doing anything crazy. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys. Okay. So I've been in legal issues before, and I'm a little shaken up. I'm 29 years old. I've never had legal stuff until like the last 6 months or so of my life. So I just get a little shaken up whenever that stuff happens. A little PTSD. Like whenever I see cops in the little.
You can have a seat back.
Okay. Washington or
Boogie
Portland? Oh, sorry. Portland?
I'm trying to figure out where's your license is all there.
Okay, it would be.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's spazzing. It just sounds like a nervous guy that got pulled over by the cops.
Either how big. Bro, they think we have drugs in the car, man. Hey, is there can I do a test or anything? Is there anything? I promise on my life I've not.
No. Wait. Who was driving? Was Darius driving or was the girl driving? No! Was he drinking? Why would he offer to do a test if he knew he was drinking?
I've never taken.
If they have a blood test, they will not have a blood test right now.
Yeah. Well, I know it can't be rapid, but I promise. Sorry, I've been live streaming my whole day. If I was doing literally at any point, I could pull it up. Okay. I've literally just been filming my whole time driving. Yeah. I haven't
Do what?
Search me? Okay, yes, 100%. You can check my fingers even or something, my nose if you guys want.
I just need you to calm down, honestly.
Yes, sorry, I apologize.
Turn around, place your feet behind your back. You're not under arrest.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You got it.
No, yeah. My wallet's on my left if you want to go through that. That's my phone. Again, I'm sorry guys that you guys are even dealing with that. Because I know this is a huge bit of your time. Yeah, if you want to go through that or anything. I just got a new wallet, so. Check for any say powder on me or anything. Was it nose residue? me check inside. Shoes, if you want. I can take off my shoes if need be.
He sounds like the absolute most guilty guy in the world. No, actually, he sounds super fucking innocent. One of the tendencies of an innocent person is to overshare as much information as possible to try to prove their innocence. And it's one of the like very human tendencies that cops will play off of to get you to consent to searches and stuff. Generally, people that are very innocent are very eager to overshare or overoffer information. And you might think that what you're doing is vindicating yourself, but you can get in a whole bunch of trouble when you do shit like that. That is a fact. You disagree if you want, but every single cop knows this is true. That's why cops will never say things like I don't have, consent to search your car, so I'm going. That's like, well, hey, I feel like you were speeding a lot, you look a little whatever, like, can I search your car? A cop will never ask you to search your car because a cop doesn't have to ask you to search your car. If he has probable cause to do it, the cop will say, sir, can you please step out of your car? I want to talk to you for a moment. And then the cop will search your car. The cop is asking you to search your car. It's because he doesn't have probable cause to search your car. He doesn't need PC if you tell him that he can search your car though, right? But cops know that when you're like an innocent person or whatever, you're constantly trying to like, oh, no, like you can check, yeah, like search whatever, or like here, like, or like you can call my whatever, you can go through, it's all good or whatever. Like generally people will overshare over a lot of stuff like this because they think that as long as they haven't done anything wrong, they think that it's helping them. And like generally most of the time that's right, but you also don't, but if the cop doesn't have anything on you, you're not going to get in trouble anyway. But there are times where you can fuck yourself, especially because you don't know what you're being questioned for all the time, and you might say something stupid. Or not even stupid, but you might say something that gives them. I'm sorry, I said PC. They don't need probable cause. They just need reasonable suspicion to search your car, I think. Right? Or is it reasonable suspicion to detain you and PC to search your car? It might be PC to search the car and reasonable suspicion to detain you. Maybe. It's one of the two. Regardless, they see some shit, they're going to search your car, but they have to see something. They have to have some kind of. No, search must be PC, because to get like a warrant, like a search warrant or whatever, you need probable cause, right? If you're pulled over, are you detained? Yes, but just because you're pulled over, somebody looked this up to me wrong. I'm pretty sure if you've pulled over, that means that you are pulled over doesn't give them probable cause to search your vehicle. All the cop stop you've watched, and you're telling me the suspects were super cagey and denied all searches. Omega lol, bro. Every time they're oversharing hard as fuck, like Darius here now. I think that people that are guilty will overshare in other ways, but guilty people overshare as well. People in general will overshare. People in general will overshare.
I can take off this, whatever. Yes. Okay. Yes, sorry. Well, thank you. Dude, they think we dude. It's just going through like everything in our car just to find if there's anywhere. Oh god, dude, I'm shaking. I shouldn't be shaking because it's nothing I'm nothing to be scared about, but like holy man. Dude, why are they searching? They think we have.
The guilty people's goal is to always appear forthcoming so that the police will assume they're trustworthy and not dig any further. Yeah, maybe, but I feel like guilty people overshare in a different way. Like if there's sometimes I feel like I feel like one of the biggest tells when people are lying is when they are is when they overly detail stuff, because you can tell that they're not like recalling something, they're like writing something in their brain. But I feel like innocent people overshare in a different way, where they like overoffer the ability for like cops to go through all their shit. Just like in the way that Darius is talking, it's just from all the slop I've seen, that's kind of what it sort of sounds like. Like when guilty people overshare, they just start rattling off this like really elaborate lie that's way too overly detailed and complex, and that's like their method of oversharing.
They saw a straw and they said they had white substances in it. I'm like, bro. So they're trying to find anything. They don't know. But it's like nothing's coming back, so they're wasting their time because there's nothing in there. It's just frustrating.
Everyone overshares, right? Isn't that why the default lawyer advice is not freely to talk to police? Well, you shouldn't freely talk to the police because generally speaking, with limited exception, the only thing you can really do is hurt yourself, right? Like if cops have a certain threshold of evidence that they've met to perform something, they're not going to ask your permission, right? A cop is not going to ask you, hey, can you please pull over if they see you speeding? They're just going to turn on your lights because they think that you're committing a crime, you're speeding or a traffic infraction, right? If a cop is looking, over your window and he sees some weed in the back seat, the cop's not going to say, hey, can I go through your car? Can I search your stuff? Then the cop is, he's just going to say, I need you to step to your car and search. So they're going to ask permission for things they already have the ability to do. So that like if you keep saying things, but the thing is that like if you don't know, you don't always know why a cop is talking to you. It's a little bit different in a traffic stop because they're probably pulling you over some bullshit, right? I'm not saying you're talking, but you know why they're pulling you over. But sometimes a cop could be asking questions for things that you don't 100% know about or you're not 100% aware of. So like say you're walking outside and let's say that like a cop comes up to you and he's like, hey, what are you up to? And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I've been outside all day. I'm just like, doing something. The cop's like, oh, really? Well, where have you been? It's like, oh, I was just, I was at my friend's house. And then I came back here 30 minutes ago and, I was just out back, messing around on my phone. I was just like looking at YouTube videos or whatever. And the cop's like, oh, okay. I need you to sit over here. I'm going to arrest you now. And you're like, well, I wasn't doing it. And you might not know it, but the cop might have gotten a call for suspicious behavior or somebody committing a crime in an area that you just said maybe that you were in. Maybe you weren't even in that area 30 minutes ago. Maybe it was 2 hours ago. Maybe it was 1 hour ago. Maybe it was 2 minutes ago. You have no idea, but you don't necessarily know all the time like what they're even looking for. And you might not incriminate yourself like, oh, you're going to federal prison and you're fucked now, or you've done some felony now you're fucked, you'd go to state prison. But just like you don't even know all the time what they're looking for. So you might talk yourself into a ticket, or you might help a cop build a case against you when they otherwise probably wouldn't have one,
And I'm worried that the longer this goes, they're just trying to figure out. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is taking. I feel like they're just making something up so they can go through it and like find something because of the warrant maybe. Then we're like,
oh, that might be what Darius is afraid of, is an outstanding warrant. Is it in this state? This is in Oklahoma, but if it's in Texas, I don't think that matters. Destiny, you are wrong. When I got pulled over for speeding, the cop told me he's not going to give me a ticket because I was so respectful during our interaction. Being compliant and respectful and sharing details goes a long way, especially if you're white. Unironically, that is actually kind of true. Just be careful. Like generally, if you're more respectful and polite, you can get some leeway. But you just have to understand like where the cop is coming from and like what you're being pulled over for. Like if you're being pulled over at a traffic stop, then you need to be fucking Fort Knox, because that motherfucker is there to write you a ticket for any fucking thing that he can find. If they're wait, did I say traffic stop? I meant to say speeding trap. I don't know what I just said. If it's a speeding trap, if they're just sitting there running radar and the cop starts driving, that's his whole day. His whole existence is there geared to fucking your life up for committing a traffic infraction. Okay, that's all he's there for. You're never ever talking away. Destiny, sometimes they feel lazy and don't care. No. If they're there running radar for a speed trap and they catch you speeding, that's literally what they're there for. They are going to write your ticket. There's no way that you can talk your way out of it. Well, unless you've got like a knife in your dashboard and you stab yourself and you're like, oh, I'm going to the hospital. Okay, unless you got some crazy shit like that maybe. Or if you feel like you got a really, really, really good reason that a cop is going to be sympathetic towards, maybe. But if like a cop is like passing you or like driving in the other lane or some shit and you look like a little bit kind of swervy or something, like maybe it's early and you're kind of tired and they decide to, flip a Yui and they pull you over, like that's a situation where the cop is probably looking for some serious shit. And he might say some shit like, oh, I saw you, like you lane changed in the middle of an intersection. He's probably not writing you a ticket for that. He's just seeing if you've done something worse or if you're going to fuck up and incriminate yourself doing something worse. So if you're,
Actually, if you're innocent, it's nerve-wracking, dude. I don't know if like something just gets me. Dude, cops just do randomly. So I'm just worried, dude.
If you're kind to them at a speeding trap and you aren't like 30 over the limit, they might just give you a warning. I've never in my life seen anybody get a warning on a speeding trap. But maybe some of you have. I don't know. I've gotten warnings on non-speeding traps, but on a speeding trap, they fuck you every time.
22 off. You have to pee? Well, we can stop at a gas station after. Okay.
How many times do I gotta roll it up?
Sorry. No, I didn't know you want. I didn't know it was off limits. I apologize.
Alright, are you okay with running through some field sobriety tests? Make sure you're
100%. Yeah. Because it's gonna be out of the car.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just like stretch out a little bit because I'm a little. Like I said, after.
How many tickets have you gotten? I don't know, probably like 20. My shit was. I got so many tickets when I was Okay, this is why I complain about speeding tickets so much. That shit is expensive, especially when you're fucking, when you're a true brokey, okay? Tickets are a kick in the ass for 3 months. Your shit gets fucked.
Sorry, putting the sand on it back, I got a little shooken up, and then also the progression.
Most of my tickets I think I got when I was working at the casino though. Because I was driving, it was I-80, bro. I'm driving back and forth at fucking, for a graveyard shift. I'm leaving my house at 9:40 at night, and then I'm driving home at 6 or 7 or 8 in the morning, whenever fuck-ass Mary, if she's on her 50th miscarriage, has decided to come in on time for morning shift. There's like no, it's a quick drive, bro. Fuck you, fucking cops.
Ah, yeah, just step to the front of my car
Yes,
if
sir.
you want to stretch or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I
that's
appreciate
fine
that.
with
Thank you. Oh my god.
I drive 80 on 80 my whole life, and I've never gotten a ticket. Keck. Yeah, if I was only driving 80, I probably wouldn't either.
Okay. Do I need to do anything?
Alright, I just want you to stand right there.
Okay.
Face back towards me.
Face back towards you. Right there? Oh, I thought you meant my back towards you.
Alright, put your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe, keep your arms down by your side.
Okay.
Do you have any medical conditions?
Just ADHD.
ADHD?
Yeah.
Do you wear glasses or contacts?
I wear contacts.
Contacts? Do you have them in right now?
Yes, sir.
What kind of contacts?
Didn't we look at this in the past, and it's not true? People are saying field sobriety tests are always voluntary. I think like legally they can be voluntary, but I think that you can auto lose your license if you don't submit to a field sobriety test, right?
Like the...
Soft or hard?
Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Or that might depend on the state, but I think in a lot of them it's like that.
You see tip my pin? Yeah. Make sure you follow that with your eyes and your eyes only. Don't move your head.
Sorry. Straighten my posture.
No, that's only a breathalyzer. Field sobriety tests are always optional. Oh, is that true? Oh, maybe that's true.
Yeah, just follow it up now, okay?
They advise us to traffic stop and now it's pursue unknown weapons.
All right.
You got it. Sorry, again, ADHD, and I'm also a little shaken up.
I got you.
I apologize.
All right, just staying right there.
Yes, sir.
Feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe, arms down by your side.
Yep.
I want you to imagine the line coming out of your left foot. I want you to place your right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe.
Left foot, heel to toe.
Right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe.
Okay.
All the way.
We don't get to see it?
There you go. Arms down by your side. Don't move from that position until I tell you to, and do not begin the test until I tell you to. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright. For this test, you're going to take 9 heel to toe steps straight down that imaginary line. On the 9th step, you're going to leave your lead foot planted, take a series of small steps to turn around, and take 9 more heel to toe steps back down that line.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate it for you.
Okay.
Right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe.
Okay.
1,
2,
2, 3. So on the 9, leave your lead foot planted, take a series of small steps, turn around. 1, 2, 3. So on back down to 9.
Okay.
I took 3 steps, but you're going to take 9 steps.
Okay.
Okay. During this test, you're going to watch your feet while you perform the test. Verbally count out loud each step you take. Keep your arms down by your side.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm shaking.
Keep your arms down by your side. Yeah. And once you begin the test, do not stop the test. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right, you can begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Oh no.
8, 9. Lead. I believe the lead, right? So right here.
Continue.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright. For this next test, what I'm going to have you do is stand on your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe, arms down by your side. Don't begin the test until I tell you to once again, okay?
Okay.
This is going to be the 1-leg stand. Okay. You're going to take whichever foot you choose. You're going to raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground, keeping your foot parallel to the ground. Get a count in the manner of 1001, 1002, 1003, so on until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to demonstrate this one for you as well. I'm going to use my right foot, but you can use whichever foot you choose, okay?
1001, 1010, 2016, 2022, 2023, 1028.
I got you. Alright, this test is going to be similar to the first
shit,
test.
Darius in chat.
I'm going to have you follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only.
Okay.
I'm going to make a couple small circles around your face. I'm going to come in close to your nose, but I'm not going to touch you.
Okay.
Okay, I just want you to follow it. Stand straight. There you go. Just want you to stand with your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe. Follow the tip of my pin with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? You see it?
He skipped numbers there, did he?
For this next test, we'll just have you stand once again with your feet together, heel to toe. 30 seconds has passed. Open your eyes, told me to stop.
Okay.
Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
How long do you think that was? Close your eyes. Begin.
Wait, what?
You understand?
Yeah.
All right, just tilt your head back fast. Open your eyes, told me to stop. Tilt your head back slightly, close your eyes. When you believe 30 seconds has passed, open your eyes, told me to stop.
Okay.
Holy shit. I wonder how fucked. Let me try this. I want to try this. 1 second. 30 seconds. I'm not even nervous. Okay, let's try it. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay. I just need to click anywhere on this. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. What are we at? Oh, okay. I'm close enough. How would I get? Where's Darius at? I'm way closer than I thought I would have been. Jesus.
Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, just tilt your head back slightly. Close your eyes. Begin.
39 seconds.
Okay. How long do you think that was?
30.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, the YouTube video cuts it off. Fuck.
How'd you
Around
get?
there. I went fast to start and I kind of slowed it down a little bit.
I got
So,
you. How did you get there?
how did I get there? Just 1, 2, 3,
Turning your head like that?
Yeah, got it in my head.
All right, so for this next test, I'm going to have you seen right here and face back towards my car.
Okay, like this?
All right.
Jesus.
Go
Yeah.
have a seat right there in my passenger seat for me.
Okay, thank you. Oh, jeez.
Oh, to see if you sway when tilting your head back and forth, and if you can do two things at once. Okay.
It's locked up.
Oh, he's back. He made it. He's safe.
They're trying to get me, bro. Bro, they are like trolling at me. They went through the whole car. Now they have me doing every sobriety test ever. Bro failed? Oh my god. Dude, I'm like PTSD, dude. Oh, dude, I'm sweating bullets, man. Like, why am I sweating so bad? I don't even know. I know you had a couple buzz balls earlier. I did not have any buzz balls. You know you can revoke consent to search at any time. I don't know my rights. Why did you tell the cops to search your car? There's nothing for us to. We're not hiding anything. I'm just like wigged out. I don't like that I'm so wigged out. Dude. Magnet, can we? Why am I still in the passenger seat of this car? Can I please get out?
Oh, wait, is he in the cop car? Oh, no.
Like, dude.
He's gonna escape, don't worry. Oh. Improper passing technique, DUI, drive under the influence of any other intoxicating substance, and possession of paraphernalia. What the fuck was the possession? Of what? What did he have? The straw? Okay. King. Okay, one meme video and then... Well, I need to start preparing for my abortion debate, okay?
Westlake, Ohio. Officers respond after a man reports months of relentless stalking by his ex-girlfriend, Hannah Freeman, an elementary school teacher from North Ridgeville.
Westlake Place, can I help you?
Well, I just called in about my ex-girlfriend who continues to stalk me and park where I'm parked at all times. But when I first called, she left. But then when I got off the phone, she returned and took a bunch of things out of my car with her. So I originally said I was going to go to the police station tomorrow, but I might need someone to come out tonight. Yeah.
Is she there now?
I think she's next door. Let me check. No, it looks like she took off with all my things.
Base.
Wesley Police Department.
This is called last night about a girl who keeps following me everywhere I go.
Okay.
Soon here. And she's now followed me into the Lee Bernison parking lot, the back part. And then she, as I opened my car door, she quickly sprinted into my car and is now just sitting in my car.
So she's there currently now in your car?
Queen!
Yeah, I've now entered the building, but she was just sitting in my car when I was walking in, yeah.
Okay. Are we able to meet you up there so we can talk with it?
20 minutes.
#71 Henry Tomboy 8213 and Henry Mary George 8279.
I come back to a Buick, Hannah Freeman, 27 out of Ridgeville, valid, so on.
Now stay in the car.
I'm trying to find my keys to roll down the window.
Okay, what are you doing up here?
26 Mauer. I'm coming to my boyfriend's game.
Okay. Get your ID on you?
Yeah, let me find my keys.
Any weapons in the car?
S11 to 71. I believe we have.
Wait, this is her boyfriend's car, right? She's just pretending. Queen! Where are my keys at? Oh, no, wait, she went back in her car? Oh, no, okay, wait, this is her car? Gotcha, okay. Wait, is she? Which car?
Okay. Who's your boyfriend?
Ryan.
Alright, don't reach around anymore. What's your name?
Hannah Freeman.
Hannah Freeman? Are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier? No?
Oh, okay, this is her car. Never mind.
Well, we went to get dinner together, but...
Where'd you guys go get dinner at?
Kings.
Kings?
Kings, yeah.
Raising Cane's? Which one?
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted? Okay. Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight and you're harassing him and stalking him.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night? No?
No.
Okay. Alright, where is he at right now?
He's coaching. His game starts at 4:45.
What game is he coaching?
7th grade basketball, 7th grade girls basketball.
7th grade?
She knows everything.
And the game doesn't start at 4:45 for 7th grade.
Well, 5:45. The 8th grade starts at 4:45.
She's got it all memorized. Okay. Oh my god.
Alright. Why are you sitting in your car not in the game then?
Well, it's only 4:30, so I was going to wait till it started.
Okay, were you working or something like that? Where do you work at?
I'm a teacher at North Ridgeville.
At North Ridgeville? Okay. Will you see if they got those complaints yet?
Yeah, they want to sign it. He was supposed to.
No, just call station, see if they got them.
Well, like, I have text messages that of him, like, inviting me, so I don't...
Can I see him?
Like, even last night, like, I slept over his place, and...
And what's his name again?
We're engaged. Like,
he has not yet signed them, but the complainant today is the gentleman that's going to be signing them for the OIC. We'll go ahead and put her in custody for those complaints.
Okay. Can you put your phone down and step out to my partner, please? Just leave your phone in the car. Leave your phone in the car.
I am. I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down.
Step over here.
I'm putting it down.
Do me a favor, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Oh, she's got some eyes.
You don't got anything on you that's going to stick, poke me, anything like that? Put your hands together like you're praying.
keys to the car?
I don't know. I can't find them.
Why is she saying she doesn't have her
You got
keys?
the phone down, purse.
Or what's the...
Ma'am, what's your name?
Hannah Freeman.
All right, Miss Freeman. Just so you know, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court. You have the right to consult an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be provided to you before questioning at no cost. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, can I call my attorney?
Once we get back. I don't have any questions for you. Step back over here to my car.
Can I please call my parents?
Just step over here to my car.
I don't know. I can't find it.
Ma'am, stop. Right here. See this flashing red light?
Yeah.
That's the camera that's recording. Do you have anything on you that's sharp?
No, I don't. Can I please call my dad?
Yep. Give us a second. You're coming back to our jail. Once we get back to our jail and go through our processing, we'll let you get on the phone.
Can I please call my dad?
Oh no, not getting her way.
We're up here. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Back my hand, back my hand. All right, step back over here, back my car, please. All right, you have little wrists. Do me a favor, do not slip out of these cuffs, okay?
Can you please call my dad?
Once we get back to our...
Wait, was it his car? Or was she in her own car? Can they really arrest her just off of a phone call from the guy? Is that enough for this?
Jail. Can you just go to the other side and hand me the seatbelt?
It has to be the guy's car, right? Okay. Because if it's the guy's car, then it makes sense why they would just arrest her, right? The guy's car was next to it, the silver car. Oh, okay, wait, so then it was her car. Huh, okay.
Can you call him?
No, we won't be calling him. You can when we get back to the jail.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Officers discovered several of her ex-boyfriend's stolen items in her car, including laptop and other personal belongings.
Oh no. Okay, now that's not good. Now she's getting arrested.
You don't know where the keys for your car are? How'd you get here?
It's like a remote start. Sometimes.
But they're somewhere in there?
Yeah.
In your purse or something like that?
I don't know.
You said it's just like a remote start. They should be in there somewhere. Anything else you need out of the car?
If he's looking for the keys, my phone also starts the car, so I don't always need the keys.
Damn, see, this is why I was talking about the Corvette. I want a car with all these features. Your phone starts the car? I want a car like that. What the fuck? That's wild.
He also has some of my stuff, so at what point do I get that back?
Oh.
My credit cards and stuff.
Got him.
Hey, come talk to me. So what's going on? Did you invite her here?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, she,
Are you sure you didn't invite her here?
Yes, I never invited her to anything.
Because she said that you invited her here.
Yeah, I know. She probably would have said
Isn't your car like 10 years old? No, I have a 2017. Wait. Okay. Jesus.
She actually yesterday followed me to my apartment, stole stuff out of my car.
Yeah.
Where?
Medications that I need, my car keys, which I was finally able to get back from her, a laptop, and my wallet. And she has run up a bunch of charges on one of my credit cards now.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and then she, because I did date her back in April, we probably ended it. She kind of knew passwords to like my accounts and stuff.
Where did
she's been messing with my accounts.
Where did she rack up the charges at?
It was all from Amazon.
Was she in your car again today?
Yeah, was she not right now?
No.
Okay, yeah, she.
Don't you lock your doors?
I'm telling you, I open it for a second, and she sprints in there and hops in. And
you know she's here, or you don't even know she's here when this all happens?
What is the a lot of times? So a lot of times, I'll be just driving down the street and randomly, like, I don't know where she is. She'll pull out, and now she's behind me all of a sudden. So I saw her following me in, but I had to run back out there, grab a bunch of stuff out of my car, my clipboard to write on, change of clothes, and I'm trying to, because I know what she's going to do, I'm trying to get to my keys to lock it quick enough, and she jumps in.
Queen.
Driver's side or passenger side?
Driver's side.
She was in her car, red SUV? Yeah, she was in her car in the driver's seat when we pulled out.
And she showed up to practice one time, but yeah, she constantly showed up to these games. A lot of times I look up in the stands and see her.
And when did you guys break up? Or stop dating or whatever?
It'd probably be April.
So April?
Yeah.
And it's been going on this long, or is it random?
I would say it's progressively getting worse and worse, but it's kind of been going on the whole time, yeah.
Bro, this girl is in another dimension.
In July 2025, she appeared in court and pleaded guilty to charges of disorderly conduct, obstructing official business, and possessing criminal tools.
Does she have like a lockpick?
Okay, Ms. Freeman, you have the opportunity to speak before we announce your sentence. What would you like me to know?
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I regret that decision that I made that night, and I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
Was she reading a... Or maybe it's not bad. You can write something down, maybe?
Okay, thank you. Court has considered this matter. This is frankly a bizarro breakup between two professionals. The pre-sentence investigation does not paint a pretty picture of your behavior, Ms. Freeman. You should have known that was over. It's my understanding that the victim had someone else in his life.
Oh, no.
I'm going to place you on 18 months of community control. You'll be ordered to have no contact with Mr. The victim. In this case, as a condition of community control, you are to wear a GPS device for the first 90 days. You'll be on house arrest with work release. You'll be ordered to undergo mental health counseling, particularly to establish healthy boundaries. And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail.
Damn.
You are ordered remanded.
Is this a first offense of anything? I wonder what else came out in the pre-whatever investigation. Jesus. That feels like a lot, no? I wonder what else...
And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded.
We had agreed sentence.
You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing. When was this case indicted?
December.
Yeah, half a year ago. Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes,
no.
We did.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
You did? When?
When I asked you to take her off GPS back in April.
Okay, and I did.
Yes.
But that wasn't about sentencing, was it?
Oh, he's playing games with a judge. That's not a conversation about sentencing. Oh, no.
I just asked you, did you make any effort to talk to me about what sentence I would impose after you negotiated a plea deal with the state of Ohio?
No, we did have an agreed sentence from the state. We asked the court to go along with the agreed sentence.
I don't know any criminal law, okay? I think that the prosecutor can recommend sentences or they can seek certain sentences, but I don't think a judge, where's my legal appeal? Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I don't think a judge has to listen to any of that. I think the judge could say, fuck you, this is egregious, I'm throwing the book at this guy. Or the judge could say, okay, yeah, we see, and I will even go a little lower. I think the judge has super, super wide discretion when it comes to sentencing. I mean, within like legal guidelines or whatever. There might be minimum sentences on some things or whatever, but why would the judge add on more than agreed with the state? Does that not seem weird? The judge might just think the behavior was particularly egregious or something, right? This is the domain of the judge.
Didn't ask me. Sorry. Your bad practice is not my...
It's supposed to be rare. The judge doesn't do it because then why would people trust to plead guilty? Well, my understanding is, so plea deals are worthless? No. The plea deal is about the crime that you're pleading guilty to. Crimes will generally have like max or minimum sentences, but I don't know how much is necessarily baked into the sentencing of it, right? So let's say that I get a DUI and I crash my car and I flee from the scene of the crime. Okay, and I'm like, and then I get arrested. I'm like, fucked. Okay, and then so I get a really good lawyer and like, okay, listen, all right, you were driving under the influence, you crashed, you fled from the scene of the crime. We're gonna let you plead guilty just to the crash or whatever, right? We're gonna give you a willful reckless driver, some bullshit, right? And you're like, okay, fine. But there's still like a maximum, and then I think the prosecutor might be able to recommend, like we would recommend this for sentencing, but you've pled guilty now to a much lower charge. So the judge can't like convict you on some shit that you're not even necessarily charged with. But I think the judge still has really wide discretion when it comes to, the judge has really wide discretion when it comes to sentencing. The plea deal is with the prosecutor then, not the judge. Kind of. Well, the prosecutor like agrees on what you're going to plead guilty to, and then you plead guilty to the judge, right?
My problem. I don't think it's my order anymore. We're done.
Jesus, wait, what?
Practice is not. Didn't ask me. Sorry. Your bad practice. Didn't ask me.
The state would ask the court to go along with any sentence as it's a condition of plea.
Didn't ask me. Sorry.
Plea is not knowingly voluntary.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
I don't think it's my order anymore.
We're done.
Are you okay?
I'm listening. Hold on.
Hannah Freeman was sentenced to 7 days in jail and 18 months of probation. In addition, she was ordered to undergo mental health counseling and remain under GPS monitoring.
I'm bored. Now I want to see what happened. Charged with identity theft. Wait, what else did she get charged with?
All right, Andy, thank you. Well, new at 11, a local teacher facing some serious charges. Hannah Freeman, a teacher in North Ridgeville. She was in court this morning, and she is accused of stalking and identity theft. Police say the 27-year-old stole a laptop and other items from her ex-boyfriend's car. Freeman pled not guilty to the charges. Her bond was set at $5,000. She is currently on leave from her teaching job and has now been ordered to stay away from the victim.
Your bad practice.
Your car. Most breakups, people unf***s.
Fuck it.
You have the opportunity to.
A shocking courtroom outburst. Here's
questioning at no cost. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, can I call my attorney?
Once we get back, I don't have any questions for you. Step back over here to my car.
Can I please call my parents?
Just step over here to my car.
Freeman was arrested and charged with menacing by stalking, burglary, 2 counts of aggravated theft, identity fraud, and theft of drugs for taking her ex's medications. That was November. Let's talk about.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Just step over here to my car.
Freeman was arrested and charged with menacing by stalking, burglary, 2 counts of aggravated theft, identity fraud, and theft of drugs for taking her ex's medications.
Jesus.
That was November. Let's talk about what happened in the courtroom this week. Freeman was in court for her sentencing. She agreed to a plea deal last month. She pleaded guilty to lesser misdemeanor charges, and her attorney said that he and prosecutors had made a deal that would spare her jail time. Here's what Freeman said in court per WKYC.
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I regret that decision that I made that night, and I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
But here's where things get hairy for Freeman and her defense attorney. The judge called the case a, quote, bizarro breakup between 2 professionals. He then gave Freeman a sentence. It included 90 days probation, house arrest, and wearing a GPS monitoring device, along with mental health counseling. Then, per WKYC, the big one that blew this.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
Is there anything more?
We're done.
Freeman was, as she liked in this court.
Just didn't tell your
attorney.
From the beginning of the hearing, I was like, judge, how we, like,
I just want to see more court memes.
is different,
All right,
and why.
Okay.
Speak. This is frankly a bizarro breakup between 2 professionals.
Did we watch? Was the whole thing in that last video? Or is there more?
Recent investigation does not paint a pretty picture. of your behavior, Ms. Freeman. You should have known that was over. It's my understanding that the victim had someone else in his life. I'm going to place you on 18 months of community control. You'll be ordered to have no contact with Mr. McKenzie, the victim. In this case, as a condition of community control, you are to wear a GPS device for the first 90 days. You'll be on house arrest with work release. You'll be ordered to undergo mental health counseling, particularly to establish healthy boundaries. And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded.
We had agreed sentence.
You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing.
This way you aren't going to make a motion to withdraw the plea. We're about to go trial.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Mr. Kinlan, did you talk to me about sentence before you pled your client?
You're not available, Your Honor.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, I feel like he's saying different things now. Wait, hold on.
And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded.
We had agreed sentence.
You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing.
At this point, Your Honor, I'm going to make a motion to withdraw the plea, and we're about to go to trial.
Wait, can you do that? I plead guilty. Okay, well, I sentence you to 7 days in jail. I plead innocent. Sorry, did I say guilty? I actually don't like that sentence. I want to change my plea. I would like to change my plea to this court. Can you do that? There's no way you can do that. Can you change your plea after sentencing? Wait, what?
Sentencing.
At this point, Your Honor, I'm going to make a motion to
Judges hate this one simple trick.
plea, and we're about to go to trial.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Mr. Kinlan,
Facts are not correct.
did you talk to me about sentence before you pled your client?
You were not available, Your Honor.
I'm available all the time, Mr. Kinlan. You chose to plead your sentence, your client.
We only met with you one time, Your Honor. At this point, we'd ask to withdraw.
I'm offended that you would make the insinuation here that I don't work enough.
I'm not making that insinuation.
When was this case indicted?
December.
Yeah. Half a year ago.
Your Honor,
Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes.
No.
We did.
You did? When?
At Destiny, you can withdraw a plea after sentencing, but it's hard. Why? I feel like the only way you could do that is with significantly new facts being brought to light or something like that. There's no way you can withdraw a plea because you don't like the sentencing. Otherwise, every single court case would just start with people pleading guilty, and then if they don't like the sentence, they say, okay, never mind, I want to go to court. I want to go to trial instead. What's the point then of...
When I asked you to take her off GPS.
The judge is kind of an asshole here, isn't he? No, I don't think so. If the court, I think, is like it's like a final presentation of a project, and the judge is like a teacher that you can meet after or between class hours, during office hours, before your final presentation. And if the day of the presentation comes up, and then you have questions and stuff for the teacher that you could have asked beforehand, the teacher's going to get mad at you. So why didn't you meet with me beforehand? With the equivalent being like filing some kind of motion, trying to schedule some kind of hearing, doing something. There are tons of, and there's probably even office hours for, I'm guessing, right? In The Wire there were. The prosecutor and the defense attorney could talk to the judge for things or have, I don't know what it's called for criminal stuff, but.
Yeah. Half a year ago. Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes.
No.
We did.
You did? When?
When I asked you to take her off GPS back in April.
Okay, and I did.
Yes.
But that wasn't about sentencing, was it? I just asked you, did you make any effort to talk to me about what sentence I would impose after you negotiated a plea deal with the state of Ohio?
No, we did have an agreed sentence with the state. We'd ask the court to go along with that agreed sentence as it's a condition of plea.
Didn't ask me. Sorry.
The plea is not knowingly voluntary.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
I don't think it's my bad practice.
We're done.
Rip. He doesn't know what facts. I wonder what facts. Is he talking about facts of the case or facts that the agreement between the prosecutor and the defense attorney, is he talking to the state attorney? That'd be my guess, that this is the prosecutor? Maybe? He's another dude with a binder, and he's complaining to him, right?
He doesn't know the facts. It sounds like you didn't know the facts either. Why?
Rip. Judge orders attorney's arrest. No, stop. We don't want to get into this. She's the police chief's daughter, too. Oof, really? Oh, daughter of North Ridgeville police chief. Arrested for stalking. Is that the city that she was arrested in?
Okay, let's go on the record. We're here on State versus Hannah Freeman.
Fuck,
Ms.
I'm
Freeman
addicted. I'm
is
sorry.
here in case
We should have just watched this in the beginning.
697-119.
I'm gonna get a drink of water. Hold on. Oh, that's why she wanted to call her dad. True.
She's here with her lawyer, Michael Kinlan. Assistant County Prosecutor Patrick White is here for Brandon Pateo, who is in trial in another courtroom. Ms. Freeman pled guilty back in June to disorderly conduct, a minor misdemeanor in count 1, obstructing official business, a second-degree misdemeanor in count 2, and possessing criminal tools, a first-degree misdemeanor in count 3. She was referred for a pre-sentence investigation, which the court has received and reviewed. PSI is extremely detailed.
Ooh, I wonder what that, I don't know anything about that. Pre-sentencing investigation. So it sounds like the prosecutor who is representing the state, the one who brings the charges against you, and the defense attorney, her lawyer, have an agreement for her to plead guilty to the thing. But it sounds like even if there's a plea deal in place or somebody agrees to plead guilty to a thing, there's an investigation that gives information, I guess, to the judge, because the judge is the one that ultimately has to make the sentencing. And the judge obviously needs some information or context because a charge tells you nothing about a thing, right?
Counsel, have you read the PSI?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you find it to be complete and accurate?
I do, Your Honor. I find some of the police report was not accurate, hence the reason for the amended charges.
In what way?
Okay. So the state attorney is content with the pre-sentencing investigation. He's not.
Accurate.
I do, Your Honor. I find some of the police report was not accurate, hence the reason for the amended charges.
In what way?
We provided text that showed that the alleged victim lied about the stalking and some of the other issues.
Well, what part of this document is not accurate?
Just where it relates to the police report.
Pardon me?
Just where it relates to the police report.
Is the police report part of the pre-sentencing investigation? I don't know. Okay.
I don't understand what you're telling me.
It sounds like he's saying that the police report, the defense attorney is saying like the police report was not accurate, and that's why there are amended charges or something. But I don't know what that has to do with the pre-sentencing investigation. I don't know if the PSI is including the police report here or why he's bringing that up. But I mean, I might be retarded. I don't know.
There's 4 single-space type pages that looks to be largely taken from the police report. Are you telling me the entire PSI is inaccurate?
No, just where the alleged victim told the officers that she was stalking him. They were still engaged in a relationship at the time. She had planned on spending the night at his house that night with his permission. It's not much.
I'm curious. I don't know any criminal procedure stuff. I have no idea. But I'm curious if they're just here for sentencing. What did the judge say in the beginning? We're at 222.
Okay, let's go on the record. We're here on State versus Hannah Freeman. Ms. Freeman is here on case 697-119.
Hello?
She's here with her lawyer, Michael Kinlan. Assistant County Prosecutor Patrick White is here for Brandon Pateo, who is in trial in another courtroom. Ms. Freeman pled guilty back in June to disorderly conduct, a minor misdemeanor in count 1, obstructing official business, a second-degree misdemeanor in count 2, and possessing criminal tools, a first-degree misdemeanor in count 3. She was referred for a pre-sentence investigation, which the court has received and reviewed. PSI is extremely detailed. Counsel, have you read the PSI?
Yes, I have.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you find it to be complete and accurate?
I do, Your Honor. I find it complete. Some of the police report was not accurate.
Okay. My guess is it's just for sentencing if she's already pled guilty. I wonder if this is the appropriate forum to lodge this complaint, or if he should have filed something, because it sounds like, well, obviously they've both had access to the pre-sentencing investigation, the PSI. They both had access to it because they both had the opportunity to read it. And I'm guessing they do like a final check. It's all here. You agree to this or whatever. And now it sounds like he's lodging a complaint now that the judge hasn't heard before, which I wonder if this is the appropriate form, or if he should have filed something or intervened somehow prior to this. I don't know.
How about the flock camera part on the bottom of page 2, where flock camera plate reader showed your client's vehicle to be on Westlake City School properties 33 times on 19 different days over the past 30 days, up to and including November 7th at 4:07 p.m.
That is accurate.
Okay.
He invited her there. She was there.
He invited her to school 30 times, up to and including November 7th at your client's vehicle to be on Westlake City School property.
Hold on. Wait, what was that? Hold on.
How about the flock camera part on the bottom of page 2, where flock camera plate reader showed your client's vehicle to be on Westlake City School properties 33 times on 19 different days over the past 30 days, up to and including November 7th at 4:07 p.m.
Fuck! Stop.
Vehicle to be on Westlake City School properties 33 times on 19 different days over the past 30 days, up to and including November 7th at 4:07 p.m.
That is accurate.
Okay.
He invited her there. She was there.
He invited her to school 30 times?
Yes.
Mr. White, do you know anything about this?
Your Honor, what the state could say at this time is that the defendant, on occasions over this period, did in fact invite the the victim did invite the defendant, but the state will contend that the defendant was there and her continual presence across this time did give,
The state will contend. Well, I just don't understand. If you're having material disagreement, in fact, if you're having a huge disagreement on the facts here, why are you pleading guilty? It seems like you would want, if the state's position is significantly different from your plea, from what you're pleading guilty to, it seems like then you would just go to court or have a trial and figure it out.
Cause the defendant continual anguish and mental stress.
Is there a dispute over whether she took his property?
Yeah.
No, Your Honor.
No, there's no
over whether she
Why
took
didn't
her
your office
property.
have her plead to theft? I know this wasn't your case, but I'm here dealing with the confusion.
Oh shit, did her last lawyer quit? Destiny, because it wouldn't make her innocent, but rather it may impact how the sentencing guidelines are applied, I think. She pled guilty to a charge, not to a statement of facts. They are putting a statement of facts on her. Well, yeah, but if you're pleading guilty to something, and the hope is that you're not going to be getting jail time or something, but the statement of the statement of facts is really bad, and you have access to the statement of facts beforehand, I feel like this is something that you would fight with a prosecutor for. Like if I agreed to plead that the reckless driving thing down, you know, the DUI example, the driving away from the scene of a crime from earlier, I can't imagine that I would agree to a statement of facts of where that is going to get me the absolute worst possible sentence on just the, you know, if I pleaded down to willful reckless driving. I would say, well, hold on, because if I could get jail time because of the worst version of this sentence is arguably worse than the lesser version of another sentence where I can argue the facts more. It just seems weird that there's not. I feel like there must have been a place to lodge a complaint or have a meet and confer. I don't know if you would even call it a meet and confer in a criminal case, or to talk with the prosecutor or to contest these facts before trying to do it at the fucking sentencing hearing, where it sounds like you're all supposed to be in agreement with what was in there before the judge.
What happened?
Your Honor, in this case, the defendant and the victim were engaged in a relationship. They broke up over the pursuing months. The defendant did not get the realization this relationship was over. At different times, she did steal numerous items from the victim in this case. Our office reviewed that. We did see those actions more as a continual pattern of conduct in order to get the victim back into her life.
Is that accurate?
Not fully hard.
You need to tell me to stay in this county, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, sir. It's our opinion, and that's what was shown when we went to trial. She did take his book bag.
This judge is mad. Oh shit.
For about 3 minutes, she tried to return it. She don't took it.
In this county, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, sir. It's our opinion, and the facts were shown when we went to trial. She did take his book bag. For about 3 minutes, she tried to return it. She don't took it. Once she found it on the girl at his apartment. She was on her way to spend the night there that night. They agreed on it. She went over there, and then he texted her, told her not to come, and she realized he had nothing in. She got mad, went in his car, took the book bag, only as a means to get him to talk to her, and then she tried to return the book bag 5 minutes later, and that's when he called the police.
Okay, I'm led to believe by the pre-sentence investigation that this relationship between the alleged victim and
like he's laying out like I would argue that this is a significantly different fact pattern than what it sounded like the prosecutor laid out, right? Where one is just kind of like a girl who, got a little jealous or made a kind of a boo-boo mistake or whatever, but that's like the defense's side, and then the state prosecutor is like, this chick is fucking crazy, stalker, tons of times, going to this guy's place unannounced, uninvited. This, like in my mind, if I'm pleading guilty to something and there's going to be a statement of facts related to this charge that the judge is going to consider for sentencing, it feels like I don't understand that. I'm pretty sure somebody's fucking up here, is what I'm saying.
Ms. Freeman ended in April of 2024. Is that correct?
That's not correct, Your Honor. It ended on November 6th, 2024. And that's why if you review the discovery that I provided, the text detail of everything. And that's why we had to negotiate plea with the charges that we have and that you pled guilty to.
Okay, recent investigation indicates that your client took 2 backpacks, a red and a black backpack containing a Chromebook, laptop, computer.
This fact pattern is a police narrative from a cop's police report that was never cross-examined at trial. It's pretty fucked up that they are even going back and forth over these facts from the prosecutor. It's inadmissible hearsay from the cop. Inadmissible hearsay for whatever's on a police report? And what do you mean? It was never cross-examined at trial because they're pleading. Why would they don't have to go to trial. You've decided when you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a trial. But why would you give up a right to a trial if there is a massive dispute? That's a good bait. Fuck, did I just get baited? Never mind. Shut the fuck up. Stop. You're right. Stop. I got baited. You're right. I got baited.
Maybe I could love myself more worth living here.
This is for you, Chatter.
Congratulations.
You got me.
Congratulations.
You one guide me.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Computer, an HP laptop computer, is the victim's wallet, and a set of car keys to his car, apartment, and work school. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I haven't seen any of these text messages. You haven't filed a sentencing brief or a memorandum?
Well, they were in the discovery.
Does the judge look at all the discovery? Wait, why would he say that?
Filed the defense discovery.
Seen any of these text messages? You haven't filed a sentencing brief or a memorandum?
Well, they were in the discovery. Then I filed the defense discovery.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. White, what...
Who looks at the discovery then? Discovery is what the opposing counsels use to build their case. And then, but what you have in discovery eventually is what ends up in motions or briefs or whatever before the judge. The judge reads, my understanding is that the judge only reads the things that are filed with the court. The judge doesn't know what the fuck is in discovery back and forth, unless criminal stuff is different, and I'm just not aware of that. I don't know. Like I said, criminal procedure and civil procedure might be significantly different with regards to how evidence or stuff here is treated, maybe.
Would the state like to present? Is there anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor. I will say for the record, the state is in compliance with Marcy's law in this matter. Your Honor, obviously this was a difficult situation. This was a toxic relationship. Over the period from April to November, this defendant engaged in conduct that was disturbing and concerning. And there's a heightened, state believes there's a heightened concern because she was engaged, she was employed as a teacher at the time.
So to send to ask for subtitles for this video. I didn't realize there were any. Here you go, sorry. Oh, they're small, good luck.
We understand that the victim in this case did at points re-engage with the defendant over these over these months. But the state is comfortable with this plea offer after extensive conversations with and pretrial meetings with the defense counsel.
I was told by everyone on the internet, including my fan base, that if you re-engage, that makes you fully compliant and guilty of any possible other thing that the other person could have. Just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding.
Because Mrs. Freeman, and it's our opinion, has mental health issues that need to be addressed. I think that's evident from the PSI. I think that's evident from the facts in this case. We do understand that she has taken steps to do that, and as part of this plea, we did make it a condition for supervision in the form of community control, continued mental.
What? How are they giving supervision? Can you like X-ray with your eyes? Or,
health
sorry.
Treatment, and that is what we'll ask for at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kinlan.
Introducing the Avocado Smooth Slicer. Simply cut a ripe avocado in half, then use the Avocado Smooth Slicer to pop.
Avocado. Also, that's a hard-baked ad, part of the video. Bazed.
Out the pit and glide through.
Okay.
Cutting perfect avocado slices is oh so satisfying.
Okay.
Holy guacamole, you're the toast of the town.
Holy guacamole.
With its two-step design, just pop, glide, and say avocado. Made of stainless steel and easy to clean. Scan the code on your screen now, and with this special TV offer, order the avocado cutting tool that will guac your world. Get your Avocado Smooth Slicer today.
Are you tired of shopping bags tipping over in your car?
Yes.
You need the Auto Anchor. Perfect for commuters, parents, or anyone on the go. The Auto Anchor installs in seconds.
I've always wanted one of these. I didn't even realize I needed this.
On the post of the headrest, and even works as a phone holder for hands-free viewing in the backseat. Scan the code on your screen to order right now. And with this special TV offer, if you buy one, you will get 3 for free.
What?
That's
3?
right, a full set for your car. The Auto Anchor is strong and durable and fits most vehicles. Scan the code on your screen and get your Auto Anchor today.
What would you like the court to be aware of?
She's 27 years old. She has a master's degree. She was previously employed as a 4th grade teacher. She lost that job as a result of this incident.
Okay.
She's got no other record other than a noise complaint from several years ago. This is a negotiated plea based upon the facts and based also upon the negotiation that I did with the county prosecutor's office. I believe it's a fair resolution. You're not going to see her back again. Just for the record, she was at the school numerous times helping him with his classwork.
She went to the school to help him with the classwork. Those seem like pretty important facts to get on the record. Not to say at a sentencing hearing, no?
There was a principal who was contacted, also listed in discovery, who I had subpoenaed if this case was going to go to trial, who would testify to that fact, that he talked to the victim and the victim told him.
Who would testify or will testify? You have to get that. I feel like that should have been part of this. This seems memey as fuck. Also, I've also heard that state court is like a crazy place. That's like the Wild West of absolutely retarded things. So maybe that's.
No, she was there helping him, so there was no stalking in that regard. But she did take his book bag, in a heat of passion she did when she found out he was still seeing this other girl when she was supposed to be over there that night. She wasn't thinking. And
aren't mitigating factors like these supposed to be introduced at sentencing? No. These aren't mitigating or aggravating factors. This is a total rewriting of what happened. Like, my guess, I don't know this for sure, but my guess would be that like you would say something along the lines of like, my client that was stalking, this guy, her mother and her dog had just died on the same day. She was looking to her boyfriend for help or compassion. Maybe she realized she should have done this. That would be like maybe like a mitigating factor. But to say stalking, no, she was just actually going to help him with stuff, and it wasn't stalking at all. Like one of these things is like saying, yeah, she did a bad thing, but like this is why, and this is why we're looking for some leniency on the sentencing, or kind of like an allocation or whatever statement a little bit. And the other one is like, no, she wasn't stalking at all. I actually materially disagree with the charge, which is also not good for a variety of reasons. Yeah.
did so in an emotional state. She is in mental health counseling. She regrets this incident, and I don't think you'll see her back here. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Freeman, you have the opportunity to speak before we announce your sentence. What would you like me to know?
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I regret that decision that I made that night, and I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
Okay, thank you.
And it sucks too, because it sounds like she did, she said everything that she should have said, like her behavior was proper. I think this is like what a proper elocution looks like for a plea deal, right? I did a thing, it was bad, I understand it's bad, I won't do it again, like that, and that's it. She didn't fuck that up, I think. I feel like her lawyer, or this lawyer, fucked up hard.
Okay. Court has considered this matter. This is frankly a bizarro breakup between two professionals. Pre-sentence investigation does not paint a pretty picture of your behavior, Ms. Freeman. You should have known that was over. It's my understanding that the victim had someone else in his life.
Okay, I think we've seen all of this now, right?
Place you on 18 months of community control. You'll be ordered to have no contact with Mr. McKenzie, the victim. In this case, as a condition of community control, you are to wear a GPS device for the first 90 days. You'll be on house arrest with work release. You'll be ordered to undergo mental health counseling, particularly for mental health counseling, particularly for to establish healthy boundaries. And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded.
We had agreed sentence.
You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing.
At this point, Your Honor, I'm going to make a motion to withdraw the plea, and we'd rather go to trial.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Mr. Kinlan, did you talk to me about sentence before you pled your client?
You were not available, Your Honor.
I'm available all the time, Mr. Kinlan. You chose to plead your sentence, your client.
We only met you one time, Your Honor. At this point, we'd ask to withdraw.
I'm offended that you would make the insinuation here that I don't work enough.
I'm not making that insinuation.
How long, when was this case indicted?
December.
Yeah, half a year ago. Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes,
no.
We did.
You did? When?
When I asked you to take her off GPS back in April.
Okay, and I did.
Yes.
But that wasn't about sentencing, was it? I just asked you, did you make any effort to talk to me about what sentence I would impose after you negotiated a plea deal with the state of Ohio?
No, we did have an agreed sentence with the state. We asked the court to go along with the agreed sentence as it's a condition of plea.
Didn't ask me. Sorry.
The plea is not knowingly voluntary.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
I don't think it's my bad practice. We're done.
Okay. Oh, there's anything for that. Based. What is this? Hassan slop?
Hassan.
Naughty.
Hassan is naughty.
Addicted to Zins.
Addicted to Zins. Posts his package online. Tells his friends to look at it.
Ew.
He also, during Fear
Is he saying this to the defense attorney? Yeah.
and he put on his costume and he came in and he said, "You could see my dick in this." And I said, "Hassan, I'm not looking." And then he proceeded to hump the air and he said, "Look." And I said, "I'm not looking."
That's crass.
And then Will did the same thing. They both really wanted me to see their
You don't think it's weird that Cutie's female friends are trying to make her look at their penises?
You mean male friends?
Male friends. Sorry, that is what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's like Louis C.K. King.